Bless up, ABR family and viewers. Welcome back to another live video. Welcome back, one and all. Big up to all the supporters on the ABR News TV channel who have been supporting the movement. I just want to give everybody a big shout out. Now, there's a few topics here that I want to, elaborate on a bit. And I want to get some call-in, so it's not me alone I go talk on the program. I want to get some call-ins to hear what says you, the people. And in this topic here, I'll be touching on the whole turmoil in the Jamaica Labour Party's camp as it pertains to the North Central St. Andrew seat. I am about to bring a little info from Carl Samuda's wife, as well as the breaking news of the NWC planning to withhold water results from the KSAMC, and the opposition needs clarity on same amongst a whole lot of PR from this government. And as you can see the title that I stated, they just wanted to win. And I don't know where I should even start right now, because there's so much things going on out there in the media space. But in the meantime, big up yourself to Anthony R. Big up to all the moderators on the channel. Big up to the members, Angela and Yvonne Wallace. You too can be a member of the channel. You donate to the channel by supporting the membership. Only a small fee per month. And big up to all of my silent watchers. Big up to everybody who will come across this live video. Big up Rumba Time News, Eva Campbell, Debbie Jervis TV. Big up yourself, sis. Thanks for the continued support from each and every one. And I'll kick it off with this promotion from my dear friend Major Daps, who is, endorsing his album called Heart of the World. And I want those who are willing to listen to good message, those who truly love our beautiful rock, the island of Jamaica, to support this album. Go on all the digital platform that sells album and support the movement. So big up to Major Daps again for trusting ABR News TV for send out this album and to get the support on this album. So big up again.
He came unto his own, and his own receive him not. Jah Rastafari.
Major Daps presents to you Heart of the World. This prolific album is both inspiring and uplifting. It captures the pain and joy of the people while advocating for rights and justice with tracks like Your Pain, No Mining, Warning, and title track Heart of the World. Play Jam Music by purchasing or streaming the Heart of the World album on iTunes, Apple Music, Spotify, YouTube, and all digital platforms. Heart of the World by Major Daps, produced by Jam Music Enterprise and Stereotype Studio.
Verily, verily, I said unto you, that is imperial majesty, Emperor Haile Selassie I, is Christ, the conquering Lion of Judah prevailed. Jamaica is the heart of the world. We be life. Reggae is the soul of the world. We teach life. Jamaica is the blood of the world. Produce the greatest life. Reggae is the warrior of the world. Liberating life. Jamaica, beautiful and influential, loaded with good things and minerals, so essential. Our children are loaded with potentials. Jamaica have her credentials. Politicians are criminals. The evidence is substantial. And them I and I is the decimal. Jamaica is the heart of the world. We be live.
Big up to Major Daps again. Big up to everybody that's on the live. Please to like and share out the live as you come on the live. So I think we're going to kick it off first with the whole fertilizer saga. So we see in the Auditor General, Pamela Monroe Ellis, basically, sent a report to Parliament. They have been doing an audit between 2019 to 2023 as it pertains to the Morocco fertilizer. And they rather should have received some 11,000 bags of fertilizers, and to which we seen the People's National Party, councillors and even the candidate down there in Westmoreland had basically blown the whistle from last year in February, I believe, on these distribution of the fertilizers. Now, it doesn't seem that Rada was the one who was giving out the fertilizer. Rada didn't really have a say in it.
Now at Verizon, we have some big news for your peace of mind. For all our customers, existing and new, we're locking in low prices for 3 years guaranteed on My Plan and My Home. That's future you peace of mind. And everyone can save on a brand new phone on My Plan when you trade in any phone from one of our top brands. That's new phone peace of mind. Because at Verizon, whether you're already a customer...
Sorry about that. I don't know what happened. Everybody hearing me? All I need is one yes. Anybody hearing me? Check, check, check. All right then. Big up yourself, Anthony. So, as I was saying before, I don't know what happened right there, but there was some audio playing in my background. So there was some 11,000 bags of fertilizers that were supposed to be distributed to our farmers. And as I stated, according to information from the report that was tabled in the House on Tuesday from the Auditor General, Rada didn't have much say in the distribution. I see where MPs were the ones who were distributing the bags of fertilizers. And to this report that was sent to the Parliament and was tabled, the report from the Auditor General is saying that some $54 million that was used to get these fertilizers were basically untraced. $54 million. And so I'm going to pull up back the video of when councillors and even the People's National Party candidate / GenSec had basically spotted truck filled with fertilizer going to Jamaica Labour Party councillor, I believe, area. And the Auditor General was doing their audit and found a whole heap of discrepancies. So let me run back that tape there so they can see what was going on.
My opponent, Elvira Francis, for the White House division, 1 truckload of fertilizer. This is what taxpayers' money is doing. This is not delivered to RADA, this is delivered to our personal business place. This is our business place. 1 truckload of fertilizer that's supposed to be delivered to RADA has been delivered to our business place.
Stuart Desmond Mackenzie, Desmond Mackenzie see this. Desmond Mackenzie see this. This is the say. Stuart Desmond Mackenzie.
Let Floyd Green and Andrew Williams know that this is not how taxpayers' money is supposed to be spent, and they know that I will not stop until this is exposed fully.
And make them know that this is what Desmond Mackenzie must come and talk about. This is what Desmond Mackenzie must pay attention to.
She's right there.
Get this one back.
And so the fertilizers that were intended for farmers, a whole heap of farmers we see been coming out saying that they didn't get any assistance, they didn't get any help from this government, even when some of the parishes that is our breadbasket were severely hit by burial. And oftentimes we're seeing them coming out, burial this and burial that and burial this and burial that. So what the fertilizers or who the fertilizers were intended to go to, many of them didn't get. And we hear in the background of the video that I just played, vote buying was uttered there. And it's even alleged that the fertilizers were used indeed for vote buying. Whole heap of them JLP activists allegedly and their JLP bloggers allegedly have gotten fertilizers. So buy vote. So all who get, some of them were selling back those fertilizers allegedly. And so hence, after this audit, the Auditor General is unable to trace some $54 million. And when we say corruption is rife under this government, they cannot blame us in believing that, according to the poll that was done last year, some 66% of the people stated that this government is more corrupt than even 5 years ago or any other government that has ever led our beautiful island of Jamaica. And I am sure we see in their calling on Desmond McKenzie, who is the minister responsible for the whole local affairs. We will not get any answers from them because these people don't take accountability for nothing. They don't take any form of accountability. Big up yourself, Miss Sispat W. Arlene From. Big up yourself. Big up to I Speak My Mind, Colin, Auntie Madge, Dialing Robinson. Big up on yourself. As you come up on the live, please to like and share out the live. Scandal after scandal under this government. And too much PR stunt under this government. Want to notice that they're not really campaigning, and we're in the year of the general election. And my belief, one, they don't have anything really to campaign on. We've seen a whole heap of lies that have been spewing out there in the social media space. Lies upon lies from their side. And we are coming with the truth at all cost. No matter how they come and they spin the lies, we are coming with the truth. Now I have a photo here of just a few of the instances where them do the whole heap of PR and they're using that to keep whatever little support they're getting from some of their Jamaica Labour Party supporters. Now, this is a flyer from May 8th, and it says the Ministry of Health and Wellness, Southern Regional Health Authority, and the National Health Fund basically did a reopening of the Anan Town Health Center under Operation Refresh. And they labeled this, they had a grand opening, reopening as they said, to which I had received some information where it is said that it wasn't closed to begin with, and they only install 2 air conditioning units and a few windows, but yet still I take it that this event would have cost a couple million well, and we seen them basically did the very same thing down there in Cornwall Regional, and that too has a massive overrun of some $20 billion. What should have cost the taxpayers $2 billion to refurbish the Cornwall Regional Hospital is costing over $25 billion. And a room on the department block was opened, and there was a big grand opening for that. Now, brethren of mine, a supporter, big up yourself at Isle, sent me these photos, and they are planning another grand opening down there in St. Thomas. And this is a commercial center where they have shops and offices not even completed. None of the shops and offices will be functional until between September and December of this year. But they're planning on having a big grand opening sometime tomorrow. And when you can see the pics them right here on the screen. Road fixtures, a whole heap of things are going down there in St. Thomas currently. I'm about to show you a small footage of same. So can you imagine a whole heap of sectors in deplorable conditions? We're seeing schools taking approximately 1 year to be renovated. Our students started a school year with a school being renovated and will finish a school year with that very same school under renovation. And here they're having another grand opening in St. Thomas tomorrow. And a whole heap of things currently taking place now in St. Thomas. So that's the commercial spot that they will, have that grand opening tomorrow. And I'm sure this grand opening will cost millions. So when you see it right there, millions and millions of dollars for the grand opening that should take place tomorrow. It is not ready. None of the areas are functional. But this is what this government uses our taxpaying dollars to do. Big up yourself, Judy. Big up Daniel Taylor. Much respect every time. Like and share out the live. So now moving on a bit. We see politics at play with the JLPFM and with our very good mayor of the Kingston and St. Andrew Municipal Corporation, Mayor Andrew Swaby, who assumed the role after there was a tie in the local government election, and with the People's National Party receiving the, most votes, he was chosen as the mayor for the Kingston and St. Andrew. And I must commend Mayor Andrew Swaby every chance I get, because it has been now 1 year and a few months since he assumed that role, and a whole heap of things have been done. We see the transparency, we see accountability, we see good governance, and the list goes on. But because Councillor Jesse James Clark had blown the whistle on the water quality and exposed that greater amount than usual of coliform was present in our water basically contaminated, the JLP-FM ran out to say that the Kingston and St. Andrew Municipal Corporation owed $151 million. And they quoted even the exact figure. And I'm assuming, or I believe that, it's politics at play right there. Because why didn't they mention all of that from before? The mayor spoke out yesterday at their monthly meeting, and from the whole revelation of the contaminated water, and they were beating around the bushes, so till they had to come out. The Ministry of Health had to come out and let us know that even E. coli was present in our water, and that they're telling the people that they shouldn't be alarmed. They didn't give out any instructions for the people to boil the water, but then we see in the government coming out with bottled water, purified water, drinking, saying that the water from the NWC is safe to drink. And so in that monthly meeting, Mayor Swaby responded to the whole allegation of the massive water bill owed by the KSAMC. And here's what he had to say. But shocking in this video, he also revealed that the NWC had sent a letter planning not to share any more water results with them, and that they have not come to any of the sanitation meeting following Jesse James Clark whistleblowing.
Councillors, as some of you may have heard, a report aired recently on one radio station claiming that the KSAMC owes the National Water Commission approximately $150 million in outstanding bills tied to multiple KSAMC properties. Let me first be clear. This is not a debt that started under this administration. We inherited an outstanding balance when we took office last year. Since the claim came to my attention, I have directed the CEO to establish a team to properly investigate the claim. This team will engage the National Water Commission directly to verify the accuracy of the figures, and where that is confirmed, agreed on a structured plan to resolve it. Preliminary investigation into this matter revealed that 138 million of the 151 million is attributed to a property on Pichon Street operated by the KSAMC. The KSAMC has a private arrangement and has been trucking water to this facility for over 5 years. But let me also say this. It is quite interesting that this matter only came to light after there is concerns in this council about the accuracy and transparency of water quality data provided by NWC.
You heard it from the mayor right there. It only came about because Jesse James Clark had blown the whistle about the water quality. Now we don't need no rocket scientists to know that it wouldn't be under Mayor Swaby's mayorship with the KSAMC owing so much. And I agree with him to do a thorough investigation before going on a payment plan to pay this amount. We want to know the accurate amount that should be paid over to the NWC. And I'm saying, why didn't the former mayor, Delroy Williams, who was the mayor for approximately 8 years, why didn't he pay over those funds to the NWC? But because they're trying to spin the narrative to paint Mayor Swaby in a bad light, we see that they are definitely activists for the Jamaica Labour Party. The radio station that broke that news, playing politics and singing for their supper.
Prior to that, during my first 100-day listening tour, we engaged openly with stakeholders, including the National Water Commission, in frank discussions. At no time was any mention made of outstanding debt, not a word. However, since the Council passed a resolution on the matter of water quality, the NWC has not attended the Public Health and Sanitation Committee meetings and has since formally indicated that they will no longer be providing water quality results to the corporation. What? No, I'm not making any accusation, but I do believe it's worth asking whether the sudden public focus on the KSAMC alleged debt is purely coincidental. Let me emphasize, we are not running from our responsibilities. That is the reason why this administration has been actively stepping up our own revenue collection efforts to recover funds owed to us so that we can in turn pay our bills and fulfill our responsibilities to the people of Kingston St. Andrew.
Now, following that revelation about the NWC not wanting to share any more result with the KSAMC, we see Waterman opposition caretaker on water, Ian Hills, demanding transparency from the NWC. And this is dated today, May 14, 2025. So Shadow Minister on Water, Ian Hills, has today condemned the National Water Commission and Minister Matthew Samuda for their decision to withhold water quality data from the Kingston and St. Andrew Municipal Corporation, labeling the move irresponsible, spiteful, and a direct threat to public health. This alarming lack of transparency follows reports less than a week ago of coliform bacteria contamination at Duns River Falls, a stark reminder of the life and death implications of water safety. The urgency is further compounded by the February 2025 KSAMC water report, which revealed that samples from the NWC-operated systems in Kingston and St. Andrew tested positive for dangerously high levels of fecal coliform bacteria. In a civilized society, citizens have a right to real-time information on issues impacting their health and environment. The government's refusal to share data, particularly when the public health is at risk, is not only wrong, but an affront to the Jamaican people who own the NWC. Hales emphasized that accessible water quality reports are critical for informed decision-making by households, healthcare providers, and local authorities. The KSAMC, as the statutory local board of health, and its councillors as the first point of contact for communities, cannot fulfill their duties without timely updates. This is about checks and balances. How can councils address sanitation or pollution concerns if the NWC withholds vital data? The shadow minister accused the government of prioritizing petty grievances over people, stressing that transparency cannot hinge on personal feelings. He called on Minister Samuda and NWC acting President Kevin Carr to immediately resume sharing water quality reports with the KSAMC and reinstate regular attendance at public health meetings. Water safety updates must be provided daily, weekly, monthly without delay or excuse. Lives depend on it. The coliform discovery at Duns River Falls underscores the urgency. This is not abstract, it's about families drinking, cooking, and bathing. The government's secrecy is reckless. He concluded, we demand accountability. This era of opacity, led by unduly, must end now. And we see it clear and clear that they don't, and I believe it as the time goes by, they don't care about the people. How can a government who loves and cares for the people and believes that every ghetto youth must be a star and every ghetto youth must own something in life, willing to withhold water results from us? Look at our health sector, and I believe I came across some information where the health minister, Chris Tufton, is basically saying that the vast majority of patients receive good care at hospital and health centers. He says the vast majority of patients receive good care at hospitals and health centers. They are willing to withhold, so this is a government of secrecy. And this uno vote for well-thinking Jamaicans, and this uno really vote for a government that is willing to keep water results from us after a councillor blew the whistle. It wasn't about politics. It shouldn't be about politics. And even councillors from the government side have been speaking up since last year about the water quality. And so, you cannot speak up under a government like this. And it is clearer each day to me that this style of governance is dictatorial. So they must narrate what is put out there in the social media space. They must narrate even to journalists, mainstream media, what should be put out. And we, the citizens, cannot speak because this government behave as if they're above scrutiny, they're above criticism, and they believe that they're doing everything right. It's either their way or the highway. We, the citizens who elect them, we are their employers, they are the employees, they're behaving, they're switching it around. So whatever they say goes. This is what you want to continue in this 21st century, in this day and age, 2025. At this we hear them singing on third term. This is what we really want? It cannot be. It cannot be any at all. And we the people, not just calls from the People's National Party, but we the people need transparency. We the people need accountability.
gonna tell you the truth. I got into politics because I truly believe our political system is broken. I truly believe our political system needs some fixing. Too much you hear about corrupt politicians and none of them. Too much you hear about politicians who take away poor people money and none of them reach in jail. The Labour Party going to change that. That's why we're bringing impeachment. To fix those corrupt politicians. You can't take the people money and not do the work. When I go around Southwest St. Elizabeth and I see so many communities still without running water, my heart pains me. In 2016, you should have water flowing.
She said they just wanted to win an election. Where's the impeachment that he spoke about? Unna see people that all of them were coming at politics when never really have much. You know, she said them 10 times richer. Unna see the prosperity has show up on them. And them have the prosperity. I am not seeing the prosperity on the ground with the common man. Big up yourself, Obama Wolf. Big up Herman Marshall. My sis, Chelsea Clinton. Big up yourself, Talk the Truth. Unique Ray. Big up yourself. Like and share out the live. Then 10 times richer. So they were just talking, campaigning when they were in opposition. Tricking and conning the people to give them their vote. And when the people do, after 9 years, nothing to show. Not one school built under this government. But they're coming and beseeching and begging the people to give them a third term. Third term to do what? A third term for what? Time now we get away from this mindset of politics. Look at this.
No one is a man. We know what current until because worst this is we gonna make and take 5,000 vote him. Better than vote for Holland. I want a wickedest man never come across. We know how you get him out, man. Current and James. We tired of him.
$5,000 in this day and age. People selling their votes for $5,000. Now let me move on to the meat of the matter here. Turmoil in the Jamaica Labour Party's camp, where Labourite is concerned. And he is the favorite for the North Central St. Andrew seat for the Jamaica Labour Party. And he is who the sitting MP who is departing wants as his successor. But it's apparent that the Prime Minister, or it's alleged that the Prime Minister carry one long time belly for Labourite, due to the fact that Labourite supported Shaw back in a leadership runoff in the Jamaica Labour Party camp. And so Labourite, who is a newly minted senator for the government, was given a ministerial post to kind of keep him away from this seat. And so on the good and faithful Good Friday, he sent out a message that he is campaigning for the Jamaica Labour Party, for the constituency of North Central St. Andrew. And it caught them by surprise. They didn't know that he was coming with that. And so there has been a whole heap of Cuss, bangarang, whole heap of drama over there in the Jamaica Labour Party's camp. To which seems as if the government wanted the president of the Senate's son, that's the Finson, to represent in that area. The people on the ground are saying him not know about politics, him young to this, he need to learn some more of the politics in order to represent the people. So we seen yesterday, Labourite put out another video and he basically make the whole country know that he suspended his campaign for the North Central St. Andrew. See, to which the supporters in the constituency is not having it, and they sent a direct message to Andrew Holness and to their Gensec Chang. Now me about to make you hear that message, but let me get the video over on this device.
Show, Wonderland, I see right. Nobody else. Prime Minister, no way I do. Mind you lose North Central St. Andrew seat. Stand still. Election day if we not get in. Because him we say, and not him we want. Delegate support to speak. Nobody not supposed to just push in smarty power we saw. And that me say.
So what message you have for the Prime Minister and Dr. Chang?
Well, do the right thing. Them supposed to do the right thing. Make the delegates speak. You understand? Make them do the right thing. Because we are much guy Belmont for the not get the land. No vote!
Dr. Chang said that them are trying to have no selection and I see them on a vote. You know, vote can be divisive, you can...
Not vote, not divide no seat. They do country and no. Go on around, so what make I yes so? Can you sabotage the man? Sabotage the man, sabotage the man. And that's not right. You must sabotage the man and that's not right. Let the people them speak. You see? Show, Wonderland, I see right. Nobody else. Him alone we know. No, nobody else. Delegate speak. We don't know nobody else. Show a Labourite.
We not switch.
Yeah.
We are still right here, sir.
Yeah.
And if we come, we not vote.
Oh. See him, sir.
The whole of Labour.
You understand me? I vote nearly, me are 63, about 40 years now, me I vote or more. And a Labourite me vote for. Win, draw, lose, Labourite.
Okay.
So, Prime Minister, no way I do. Mind you lose North Central St. Andrew seat. Mind where you are the Prime Minister. Alright.
Prime Minister, mind where you do. But we don't really believe in these people. Them still are gonna vote for them. But here's what the sitting MP, Carl Samuda's wife, had to say on this whole debacle. And it was posted today in the Gleaner. It says, Labourite's campaign pause shocks residents. Power broker insists senator will get St. Andrew North Central. So Samuda wife, Pauline Samuda, is basically saying that Labourite, the land of Labourite, will get the seat. So it matters not whether him pause it. Pausing means him can resume at any moment. And I'm going to read a bit of the article and prove to you that Delano Seabright is strategic in dealing with Andrew Holness and the hierarchy of the Jamaica Labour Party. And we are here for it. We're looking and we're watching and we're listening. And so, no matter how Andrew come out and say him a the chess player, he continues to get checkmate by members of his own party. So in this article, it says the Jamaica Labour Party is battling internal revolt in St. Andrew North Central as Delano Seabright's campaign pause fuels backlash over claims that the leadership is plotting to sideline him in favor of Christian Tavares Finson. Over the past 36 hours, tensions have sharply escalated with infighting and threats of street protests emerging in the Jamaica Labour Party's stronghold just months before the general election expected by September. Veteran political power broker Pauline Samuda revealed that Seabright's April 18 public announcement of his interest in the seat was strategically timed to preempt. Now, make we break down preempt and dig up the definition for the people who no understand. Because we want to reach everybody, you know. So preempt says to take action in order to prevent from happening. Another word for preempt is forestall. So he did it intentionally, basically, to prevent them from giving Christian Tavares. Right? So it was strategically timed to preempt the rollout of Tavares Finson's son of the Senate President Tom Tavares Finson as the party's pick to succeed her husband, Carl, who has hinted that he may retire after holding the seat since 1980. Yes, Mrs. Samuda said bluntly when asked if the timing of Seabright's announcement was to preempt a planned public unveiling of Tavares Finson. She said, Delano then applied. He wrote a letter saying that he was applying for the seat, so he did apply, but I think that came at a time when there was a little movement to put somebody else in the seat, and so we kind of messed that up. Seabright's campaign was abruptly paused following a tense meeting with the Jamaica Labour Party General Secretary Horace Chang at the JLP's Belmont Road, St. Andrew headquarters, where the green-clad workers and supporters from North Central confronted Chang over the junior tourism minister apparent sidelining. And I had done a video where I shared a recording where Chang was basically telling the supporters that he was offered another seat. So Samuda's wife has spoken there. And at one point we heard the recording from Seabright saying no one is bigger than Jamaica and none is bigger than the others in the Jamaica Labour Party. So he continues to move strategic. He continues to checkmate Andrew Holness, who says that he's playing chess. And so I'm about to open the phone lines now. I want to hear a few call-ins. I want to hear what you have to say, ABR family. Wayne Evans, big up yourself. PNP Carol, big up yourself. Navlet Williams, Kev Fairclaw, big up yourself. So I'm going to pin the number right now. I'm going to want to hear from someone now. What do you think about everything that was outlined here? We see them crumbling. And the people are threatening that if they don't get who they want, they will not vote. So the number here to call is 954-288-6467. WhatsApp only. Let me hear now say ABR family. Blessings, my family. You're live on the ABR show. What says you?
What's up, my sister?
All right.
2 cents.
Mm-hmm.
First of all, let me make this categorically clear.
Mm-hmm.
Any leader that cannot galvanize and lead his party is not fit enough to lead a country.
Thank you very much.
And he's very vindictive.
Mm-hmm.
Delano know this from his time when he support Adli Shah.
Mm-hmm.
And same thing happened to Warren Newby. Chris Tufton, him tolerate Tufton, but him not really in favor of him. It's just a tolerance thing.
Mm-hmm.
Because people are to remember that the same Andrew Holness with him hypocrite self when it come on to the CCGA.
Yeah.
Draft up an unresignated letter for Chris Tufton and Arthur Williams.
Yes.
Which was unconstitutional. And if that matter did not go to the court, I can bet say the same thing would have reached Delano with an undated resignation letter.
Mm-hmm. True.
So Andrew is he's a cruel guy.
Mm-hmm.
And there is no democratic process when you are pushing someone on the people. And the people make it abundantly clear to you that they don't want this guy, so why are forcing someone onto the people that they don't want? Same thing in Clarendon, he did. Force Feda down there. And the people them don't want Feda.
The people them don't want none of them.
The people them don't Feda. Mike Henry is not happy about the process. And the next thing that people need to understand, they are very ungrateful, Because in even the last conference of them keep, Mike Henry called Samuda combined together nearly give 100 years of service.
Mm-hmm.
And in their last conference, not even to recognize those senior elders.
Mm-hmm.
And if they can do that to them, what says me and you?
True.
If they can have regard for those two men, we as the regular Jamaican don't stand a chance.
Mm-hmm.
We don't stand a chance. Adli Shah C2 is another one that is not settled.
Mm-hmm.
Down in Westmoreland, where them force on Moreland, kick out Moreland and get James. Not settled. These people don't ready to lead this country, man.
Them not ready yet. Time come and I hope the people see what is going on.
Mm-hmm. No, time come. Nobody can run the yard. Not supposed to try to run a bigger territory. It just it's nonsense. It defines logics.
Mm-hmm.
And the man is also a criminal that should not be on our ballot.
Mighty God.
No reservations. Then the man that chopped from charity is not fit enough to lead.
Mm-hmm.
If you cannot also sign the 7 Nolan principle of good governance, you are not fit to lead.
Thank you very much.
And these are my 2 cents. I'll let another caller add their
all right, then. Thank you, my brother. Well said.
All
right, big up yourself every time.
Yeah, but no problem.
Well said right there. They are not ready for leadership. They shouldn't have been given a second term to begin with. Bless up yourself, my brother. Welcome again. Welcome back.
Bless
You're
up,
live.
sister. Bless up. Yeah, I want to tell you,
Mm-hmm.
with all this skipping and hopping and the jumping that the Labour Party is doing, and people saying that the Labour Party not ready for an election, the Labour Party is playing a game.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah? They're playing a game. Yeah? don't be surprised if you see those seats that they haven't settled yet. Them just nominate people in it. Because understand that there's an all-out war in the Labour Party.
Yes.
And if it means that they don't settle, the ultimate decision in every party rests with the party leader and Dissecting. Yeah? Who runs? So they make up in their mind that them not give the land of the seat, and they make up in their mind the notion that they have offered. People need to understand the word offer versus offered. Yeah? Chang says he was offered another seat before. Not Central St. Andrew. Yeah? And you realize what I do is a dirty underhanded tactic, you know. Yeah? So he's saying to the people, you are not his first priority.
True enough.
No, but I grew up in the politics. I understand, and a party say I'm and was offered. So I must say to him, you were not the first seat.
True.
You were not the first seat you wanted. So don't, like when a man look a woman, and she find out that man was with her friend before her.
Yeah.
Moments after she said, but I wasn't first priority. I was the second choice. Yeah? And that's what is happening. But when we even push further, because I don't even want to get bogged down with what is happening in the Labour Party. Yeah?
True.
When you even push further, what is happening is that the Labour Party is hell-bent that there are certain persons they want. Yeah?
True.
And I'm of the view that if someone would have run back that seat,
I said it, I think, yesterday, yeah. Possible.
But I said to people, Andrew Holness might have won the battle, but he has lost the war. Because if Sam would have runs back, Sam would have running back because he knows Andrew now win. So he can then have a say as to who gets his seat.
Yes. So it's a whole heap of games they might play, but as me say, we'll watch them.
Depending on how the voter turnout is in his seat, it may give him more delegates than he had before. Yeah. So it's a game, but I say to people, I would not even be bogged down and worried about them. What I'm saying to the comrades, go out, convince your friend, your neighbor, your cousin, your enemy, your ex-lover to vote PNP.
Definitely. The ex-lover.
Yeah, man. If you can't convince your ex, you can't convince nobody.
Yeah.
Yeah? So you gotta make it up. Yeah? But I want to turn my eye to a nasty, dirty behavior that's happening in my good old parish of St. Mary. Yeah? Because the Don, right? Don is sensitive. Imagine a candidate use him money, right? And patch a road leading to the hospital that has not been patched since 2018.
I have that video now. Yeah.
Right? And Don is going to go out there and say, oh no, we're going to dig it up back. Yeah?
My hospital, my road. Me see video.
My road. Right? Well, him should say my tax office took him on the tax office.
Mighty God, that's true.
Hey. Next thing we're going to hear is my cold storage. Because, so this guy is sick, right? Don is sick. When I literally say, when you can have your brother, and I think people need to remember what happened in 2018-19 when Don ran that seat. 2018. Remember his brother went on stage and warned us about Norman Don, His brother said Norman Don don't like people.
My God, I never come across that.
Yeah, man, I'm going to find the video and send it to you because I was at the meeting. I was at the meeting, so nobody now will tell me. Standing right next to me was Senator Floyd Morris, and I could call some other names from St. Mary who were in the meeting the night.
Okay.
Because when they got Don's brother to come on the stage, a lot of people were shocked. Yeah? And then the Labourites were saying, oh, low blow, why would you bring the man brother up on the stage? But the man said, right now, Don has moved out of Southeast St. Mary. He lives in Western St. Mary. I actually live on the same road I live. Yeah? And he done no business about Central Southeast St. Mary anymore, Yeah? Don is in Western St. Mary in the night drinking rum with the fellas. Yeah? He's doing more campaigning in Western than in even his own seat. Yeah, so I can tell people this guy has decided that 2 terms is enough for him. He's going to get him pension. Yeah, and he's rich. So he's not a poor guy. Yeah, he's not a poor guy. When you can have government paying you close to 20 or 30 million a year for your building.
My God, that's what I was just going to say.
And then you have farm, then you get government contracts from pharmacy. Remember, you have the JADEP, you know?
Yeah.
Right? He is the lone pharmacist in St. Mary, you know? So he controls all the pharmacies in St. Mary. So it means that the government, the Ministry of Health, is actually paying to Norman Dunn to supply them with drugs.
My God.
Yeah? Yeah, man.
So I'm busy. The man are running business.
The whole lot and partner them in the jail in St. Mary, if them not make money from government, they don't think it makes sense. Yeah? The whole of them who not have construction company, right? Have company registering doing business with government. Every single one of them.
My God.
So all I can say is the people of particularly St. Mary, Region 2, St. Mary, Portland and St. Thomas, every single MP that's on the JLP side is involved in business in their own consequence. Yeah? So when you hear Darrell say, give we a 3rd term to protect with grandchildren.
My God.
They're referring to their business arrangements that they have to sort out. But anyway, sis, you know, but I'm not going to stay long, but all I have to say, right, to the JLP, don't stop, keep it up, because people talking about them not going, they have to call election in July. They could jump, they could skip, they could hop. It has to be called in July. Not in August, because if they go to August, I can help somebody. If you remember, there's a 21-day rule and there's a 14-day rule. Yeah? So after you make the announcement, there's 7 clear days to nomination. Right?
Yeah.
Then there's 14 to 21 clear days. So if you look at the month of July, right? Or you look at the month of August, there is no way you could call it in August. Yeah? Because if you add 7 and 21, or 7 and 14, and those days don't include holidays, nor weekends. Yeah? So when you really look at it, anybody who understands the politics, Andrew has to call that election around the 2nd to 3rd week of July. Yeah? He has no other choice. No other choice. Because if he doesn't, then he will be going beyond September the 3rd.
Yes.
And the election day cannot be called. And I need to remind people, let us do Civics 101. You cannot call the election on the day you had it. You have to call it before. Yeah?
But I hear them talking about this, the first sitting of the parliament. So it would be
No, that is smoke screen. Our system does not recognize that. Yeah? So that's smoke screen. Yeah? Anyway, sis, all the best, right?
Thank you, my brother.
I'm saying, let's encourage somebody who has not
to go out and vote.
To go out and vote.
Definitely
because
so.
It's the only way. More people come out, it's easier for the PNP.
That is it.
Is hoping that there will be a low turnout so them can pull off the 2020. Yeah?
Definitely.
All the best.
Thank you again, and thank you for the info. Big up yourself every time. When you hear that from it, boy? A wealth of information right there. So we now watch them really and truly. But if it were our business, they would have it all over the place. And so we're watching them. Because we see say some games and gimmickry them take the people them for. And the People's National Party deals with solutions. They're dealing with accountability. They're dealing with transparency. And most of all, they're dealing with integrity. When you cannot only look at saying that the conferences and the campaigns are packed, you have to encourage each other to go out and vote. And as a caller had stated a couple weeks ago when I came on a live, that we want the comrades them to overwhelm the electoral system to the point where they don't count some of the seats them. Thousands, the People's National Party fair win by thousands. So then can't even beg or call for the magisterial recount. You have to go out in the numbers and vote. Don't sit down. Do not let 20 and 30%. Me always I say to you, do not let 20 and 30% decides who governs the country. Especially a government like this that we currently have, where when no freedom of speech and want to infringe our fundamental rights. We have a voice. We're supposed to be able to speak freely. Whether things are going good or bad, we're supposed to can talk. We don't want a dictator. Big up yourself, Kemar. Big up, Cuz. Big up to everybody with up on the live. Remember to like and share it out. And to those who will watch it rebroadcast, please to like and share it out. We have to get the message out. The message should be clear. Don't give them the opportunity for beg for no recall. We don't want a close race. We want a clean sweep. Blessed day, my caller. You're live on the ABR show.
Yes, my sister. Blessings to you.
Yes, man. Big up.
Yes. You know, Stacey, people should never really emphasize with one another to go out and vote, you know.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, if people really have a mind and have a
and
conscience,
want to change. Mm-hmm.
Yeah, and see what's going on. This should be like when Hurricane, you if you experience Hurricane Gilbert.
No, me never born yet. 2 years after.
All right. All right.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, you pretty young baby then.
Yeah.
It should be like Hurricane Gilbert. You can look. You can actually see from one end, one person look on the next parish.
My goodness.
Gilbert sweep everything.
Mm-hmm. Clean sweep.
That's how this Labour Party is supposed to go.
Mm-hmm.
That's how it, because they are so devious. I never see a set of people. I never see a set of people in so bare-faced with things. Never. In the history of this little country, I never see they run Jamaica to a wreck, you know. I don't know how my goal in a company with it, you know. I don't know. Because everything, what I see, everything corrupt for me.
My God.
I just straight corruption I'm looking on.
Mm-hmm.
The people, I want to ask those people in St. Andrew that's going on about with Delano. If Delano should change tomorrow morning and say, okay, I'm going with the PMP, I'm asking them if would they follow him.
Mm-hmm.
I would like to get an answer from them. Would they follow him? Or if he go independent, would they follow him? Because in this country, you know what we need? We need to stop from liking people to vote. I like the woman and I like the man there. Those things we have to cut out. You see the sense I'm making?
Yes. And a like and a popularity, but the policies and plans are them things that we feel look for.
Exactly.
No $5,000 and a $10,000, yeah.
Oh my God. Those look at Romain. Romain move away in Clarendon from the Labour Party to PMP, and those people follow him. You show clearly that them like Romain. Now, what him have to do, you know, is make sure that he's doing the things what is to be done for the people. And don't think about the people going like you. No. People have to move away from these kind of things.
True.
So those people in St. Andrew, they have to stop from too much emotion. They are too emotional. So that's why we can't reach nowhere. Because these kind of people in the parliament carry on. It's alarming. It's alarming. I've never seen act like this before. Only Jamaica, some people say. These things can happen. Only Jamaica. And I want the people to get this in their head and understand we are not going to like Margolin and to vote for Margolin. We're voting for the better of our children and this country.
Definitely
not
so.
Not liking someone. Those things to cut out. We must get rid of all those kind of, you see, all those things are just straight rubbish, you know, and mash up everything. Culture, it mash up your being, everything. It just break down completely. Jamaica is at a crossroad. I don't know how they're gonna move on.
With God,
because
man, it
everything
can
is
happen.
just sham now, you know. Everything we see is just sham. And people talking about that they are playing game. Playing game with what? And with who?
With our lives.
Who? Yeah. Who is on the world is playing game with? He must go and play game in yard.
True.
With his family and that's if he go play a game.
Definitely.
And yeah, don't come in at the parliament with our parliament and talking about them playing games. Stupid talk. And when you hear same use I have that little saying about vibes in party. I don't believe in those things. You don't play up on people's emotion like that. Vibes, man. And
well, him says a battle for the mind, you know, brother.
Eh?
Him says a battle for the mind. So them a battle for the people in mind, you know?
Yeah. Play up on the people in mind, yeah, and through the know, just because he know that people are so emotional, you know. But we have to give away from that. Because that they will always use it and kill us. But I pray unto God, you know, and you know, that before I go in bed at night, you know.
Yeah.
I tell the Father, say, whatever them say and whatever them do, let their own words come back on them and hack on them. Just like the days of Egypt. When the bad Pharaoh said, he will take out, every firstborn is gonna kill. You never know that his firstborn gonna die too.
My gosh.
So his one word turned back on him, and that's what I asked for. The Creator to let their word turn back on them.
Yeah. Big
Yes,
up yourself, my brother. Thank you for calling. Big up.
Okay. Have a good one.
You too. So only hear the caller right there. But me about for showing a few little clippings of what's going on down there in St. James. Mark Golding is currently down there. And he's with the candidate, Nikisha Burchell.
Because the poor will start and already storming orange votes. So I represent big time for the party. Thank you so much for showing up. I'm not making no big speech here, sir, because I want our company that to bless up Stonehenge. Because I am showing you the importance that the People's National Party has for our South St. James. So you're too far from our company that to come. I want my Prime Minister and go come back. Because what we're doing today is we're showing him the potential of South St. James. Why it is important to bank on us and to develop our constituency. We deserve it too, and our leader, his grandfather, don't bank far from here, so a Cambridge come from. So, you know, so there's a very, very special to it. I'm going to ask you all to get out on the road. Let us try to be as orderly as we possibly can. We don't want any injuries. We want everybody to have a great day. So follow the road marshals, follow the police, stay in the line, try to stay in the vehicle, but make sure that the labor right say PNP strong.
PNP strong and proud. And as the last caller stated, on a like, on a who we like, we must vote for. We're voting for policies and plans that make sense. Anybody can come up with a policy and a plan. But we're voting for policies and plans that make sense. We're voting for the betterment of our country. The sectors that have been plagued and have been robbed and corruption is rife under them. We're praying and voting for change. The time has come for change, and we are reverse the curse out our country. This government needs to call a general election and give the people the opportunity that they so desire to go out and vote. The people are ready to go to the polls. We don't care whether or not his house is in order. Because at a point when he knew the People's National Party house wasn't in order, and even at a point where lives were being lost in a pandemic, he called a general election. So those are some other instances where him show way point blank say them not care about the people. Them not care about their health and their well-being. Them can easily take a plane, them can easily make a one call, and them reach up a Andrews, them reach a Natal, them reach at the hospitals and the private hospitals where they will get their one-on-one care. They don't care about us. We want a government that cares for the people. We want a government that don't only say they care for the people, but show us that they care for the people with the plans and policies. Good plans, workable plans and policies put in place. That is what we're voting on. That is what we see the People's National Party campaigning on. And they have done it in the past, and I do believe that a Mark Jefferson Golding can lead Jamaica to this great change that we so desire. All we have to do is give him the chance, give him that opportunity. This government, after 9 years, where babies them have been dying off, not because I didn't give birth to my neighbor's child. It takes a village to raise the children, and therefore everybody else's children is my child too. And so we have to look out for neighbor's children. We're not gonna say and be selfish because on our pitney, we not gonna say nothing. If we see the child going into danger, we see an next adult trying to hurt people's kids. Because on our pitney, we not gonna talk up. After 9 years of approximately 2,000 children dying in our country at the hands of some cruel adults, some demonic adults, this government has done little to nothing. They have paused the plans and policies and the reform of the law that the People's National Party have put in place. They have paused it because he wanted credit to say that he have done whatever needs to be done. They are not willing to publicize the sex offenders registry. One too many times we pity them after feel it. Another mother have to be feeling it, bang in her belly, crying. With children, them after go by the wayside before this government act is a reactive government. We want somebody who care for the people. We put things in place before things even happen. That is what we want. And it should not be a 9-day talk or a PR stunt where you go with a whole heap of cameras to a mother that is grieving, to a mother that just lost a 9-year-old baby. No camera never needed right there. We want a government that cares for the people, that loves the people. And time come now. Big up yourself, Ekran Sound System. Big up yourself, my sister Chelsea again. Big up Auntie Moray. Big up Marva Dice. Big up to the whole ABR Massive that came out on the live supporting the movement. We're there. We are support the movement and we want the change. We want the good for the wider Jamaica. Not just for a handful. Not just for the elites. We need change. Bless up yourself, my sister. You're live on the ABR show. What says you?
Good afternoon, ma'am.
Mm-hmm.
I was sitting here listening to the other callers. I'm sorry.
Mm-hmm.
I agree with everything that the last caller was saying about what's going on, and I watched that little clipping with Marky G and I think her name I don't remember.
Nikisha Burchell. Mm-hmm.
Nikisha, right? She's a very intelligent woman, and I just hope that she will get her seat. The people will come out and vote. My take on this is, my heart is still bleeding for that little girl. I cannot imagine what that child. Where I can not imagine, and I don't want to, what that child went through because of somebody letting a monster out of his jail cell and set him loose on the street. What do you expect he is going to do? You didn't give him any medical. I don't think they gave him any. These people should, anyway, I'm not even going to talk about medical. These men, some of them should be castrated, and they don't never see the light of day. The only time they see, and they wouldn't see either, the only time them come out of jail is in a wooden box. It's too much, man. Why was this guy let loose on the street? And saying this to say that I heard that idiot over and I don't know if it was this morning or what. The one they call Charles Draws Davis.
Mighty God.
This idiot, he took on poor Andre, and it's like Andre, I don't know if Andre want to be pushed back in his shell, but I think Andre felt something. I think he did it yesterday, but I heard it this morning. But last night I heard Andre moping as if to say somebody had done him something, and he said, I am not going down that road with them. Leave Andre alone. I hope you're listening, because you're not a man, you're a piece of crap. I don't know where your mother dragged you out from. Leave Andre alone, because you know what? I appreciate Andre so much because he was running around behind Bro God, and he realized that Bro God is a despicable piece of human being, and he decided, no, I'm not running behind these two wicked people, or how many of them no more. This government is so inept and dictatorial that it isn't funny. There's nothing like them to be found in the Caribbean. Inept, I mean to the highest level, all of them. They're like snakes. You ever look at them and see their faces? They're like snakes, not knowing which way they want to slither to. This man sit down there, and this child died. I don't know if he called the mom. I don't know if he visited them, but he's going on political platform to go, what you talking about? George Davis, leave Andre alone. Let Andre live, because God bless him already, and you can't take away him blessing. You come like Miss Sissy tongue.
Mighty God.
Mama Lashy, leave Andre Stevens alone.
Oh, so he was over the program talking about Andre.
Yeah, I heard him.
Okay.
Like he wanted to tell off some people, but he won't use that platform to tell them. And he was mentioning, so I put two and two together, and I realized he was dropping words. He was shading Andre because he said somebody left out of them one back room.
Oh.
Sitting, living there for Andre move, and Andre is moving on. I'm gonna leave him alone. I don't know Andre, he's not my relative, but it hurts me when people trying to push down people who they think are lesser than them. I have encountered a whole lot of it, and I'm not putting up with no more. I fight back. Not even family members I'm not taking any crap from. So therefore, I don't like to see impunity being loaded onto people who are less fortunate. Andre is not less fortunate than you, George Davis. George Davis, he is more intelligent than you are. And if you're going to use his past when he used to walk on Halfway Tree Road and pick out stuff out of garbage, that's in the past. God revitalized him, and he's better off than you and Andrew.
Everybody have a
because
past.
he can speak truth to power, but you're a curmudgeon little tumblebug. You and the other one, the big head stout one up there, he doesn't know which side to go on. You are all damn tumblebugs and push shit around, excuse my language, all day.
Sis, as Senator Lambert saying, we'll leave them to Andre Stevens. Andre have them file. But them realize say the people love Andre, and so they realize that Andre is more of a journalist than even some of them. The people are willing to give him information than even some of those mainstream media. So, the fight is on, but they can't stop us.
You know what I love with Andre? Andre is like me. A spade is spelled S-P-A-D-E, and it cannot be called any other name other than a spade.
Yeah.
Right. And that is how Andre sees, like, he's not currying up anything. He speaks his mind. But no, they will lie to their death and sell their souls to Satan to be in the limelight with Andrew Holness. Andrew Holness is an inept person. person. He's an inept specimen of a man. If he had any dignity and care about Jamaican people, he would do better than he's doing, but he doesn't know any better. All he wants to do, run around, get accolades stuck behind his name, and scrape out whatever he can scrape from the Jamaican, from taxpayers' money, and stuff it in his pocket, and then he comes around skinning his teeth. You idiots, if you want to go vote for him, vote for him. You will see you don't have any, what should I say? You don't have any respect for your children and your children's children. You selling out Jamaica to him and his foreign buddies. And you go out there. I don't care who want to say when can cuss me, but when you go and go vote for him and see how Jamaica going go down the gutters. You see what happened to Haiti? When you keep going.
Thank you, my sister. My God.
Have a nice evening.
All right, you too. Big up yourself.
Bye-bye.
So when you hear Francis right there, so when you hear Francis, sis come out in a defense mode for Andre Stevens, but we know so them a carry belly for Andre, and that's still not gonna stop Andre from speaking up, you know, for the welfare of the Jamaican people. And a whole heap of people love Andre, so them will come out and attack, you know. Not really phase him, or shouldn't even phase him. Big up yourself, Lyndon McCormick. Sorry. Sharon Bernard, big up yourself, sis. Robert Brown. Kemar Sohan. Joanne Bailey, welcome in the building. So as we say, we are weed them out, and as I'm about to jump off this live, I should come again live with the South St. James People's National Party tour / you know, conference. So I should come back live around 6-7 o'clock. So now have to stay tuned for that. Valerie God favor, big up yourself, sis. In the meantime, ABR family, wanna drop some like on the live and share out the live. About to jump off in a few minutes. Thanks for those who participated on the channel. Big up to everybody who in our chat. Big up to my silent watchers. Again, to all my moderators, much love. And to my members, Angela and Yvonne Wallace, big up on yourself. Miss Winnie didn't call in today. That wasn't Miss Winnie, sis. But blessings to Miss Winnie, always supporting the movement. For those who is led to support, to donate to the channel, you can feel free to do so in this couple of minutes that I'll be on. You can bless up the super chat, bless up the super thanks if it's laid on your heart. Big up on yourself. Reverse the curse.
Reverse the curse. Reverse the order. Reverse the curse. Reverse the order. Somebody said, reverse the curse. Reverse the order. Somebody reverse the curse. Reverse the order. Over Jamaica. Reverse the curse.
Well deserved, Valerie.
Reverse the order.
Well deserved, Mrs. Valerie. Big up Kay and Givans. Big up to everybody who just joined the live. We're about to close off now. Coming back live in the next hour or so. Want to stay tuned for that. HB Love. Big up yourself, family.
How they come from? Send him up, send him up. Every evil hour. Anywhere they come from. Send him up. If I China.
Big up Major Daps. The Rasta said the orange is ripe, so we are going to juice it. We don't want a green fruit round here. The orange is ripe, so we are going to juice it. ABR family, want to leave a like on the way out. Thanks for the continued support. Big up to Rasta. Major Daps. Support the music on the platform. If it's laid upon your heart, support the music. We are talking about righteous music. We are talking about music we are resonate with what is currently going on in the entire world. Andre not pay them the mind, man. They might try distract Andre. But what Andre always say, forward still. A PNP we say. And we are move forward. We not get distracted. Forward still.
Anywhere we come from, if a China, if a Jamaica, if a Haiti, where we come from, we say reverse the curse, reverse the curse, reverse the order, reverse the curse.
ABR family, the man in the wilderness is on live, so on the run, go give the support. Remember to support all the other social media warriors that's fighting and standing up for a worthy cause for Jamaica. So right now the Renegade is on. Want to support the Wayne Lonesome program. Now, big up on yourself. Thanks again. I'm out.
Reverse the order, somebody said. Reverse the curse.